Hello and welcome to this unboxing of the Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. I guess you can call this a collector's edition. I can't actually remember the name that they gave it. This video is going up about 2 weeks after the game released. Unfortunately, due to the mail and me being up in Canada, it was a rather rough transit. But I did eventually get it, actually this morning, so let's open it up to see what we got. Before we start, Tales of Vesperia, of course, this is a re-release. Originally, the game came out on the Xbox 360, as I have pictured here. It was later released on the PS3 in Japan only. This added extra content and so forth. I received my copy from my best friend who sent me that as a souvenir from Japan. I now have it in English though. So the first thing you're going to notice about this is the game actually comes separate from the collector's edition, which I thought was pretty weird, but when I actually thought about it, it makes sense. The game did release across 3 systems, so it makes it a lot easier for them to just throw a game in the box and then throw the collector's edition alongside it. So I am going to open up the game itself. Don't believe there is anything in there aside from the game. I could be wrong though. And you'll notice that I have opted for the Nintendo Switch version. Now the reason for this is, A, as you've seen, I already have the game on Xbox and Sony console. But as well, B, I really am looking forward to playing this in handheld mode. Kingdom Hearts, of course, is coming out soon, so I'm going to be trying to multitask a little bit. So we open it up and sure enough, we just have a picture in the cartridge. Nothing that exciting, but of course that's not what we were here to see. So here we have the Definitive Edition Collector's Edition box. As you can see, it's a relatively small box compared to other Tales Collector's Editions. I'm actually kind of happy about this. I am running out of shelf space, so I had a mini heart attack, but this was actually a pleasant surprise. So let's open up this bad boy. Careful, of course, we do not want to damage this. I'm very thankful that even though it took 2 weeks to come in the mail, my package came in pretty good shape. No damage on this box itself, which is always nice. A few little scuffs, but nothing too bad. So, looks like we actually have a full gate here, a gatefold, and that's actually really nice. So of course we've got the logo, and then we've got, looks like some keychains of the characters. You'll have to forgive me, I have not played the games as of yet, despite having 2 copies of it, but I believe that is Yuri, Flynn, and Patty. And so let's get this opened up here. So of course we have a plastic insert. So sure enough, these are keychains. However, the keychain part is not attached, but you can see the holes where the chain would attach to. As well, looks like we have a small base in here. So let's take a look at the individual keychains. So these are nice. They are nice. They are thick. It looks like an acrylic. You have shadows on the back and then the full image on the front. They are thick. They're about, I would say about a 1/4 inch thick, which is actually pretty good. They seem to be pretty tough. And of course, all 3 of these should be the same. So this one is smaller, but that's okay. And then we have this guy here. So overall, pretty nice. Now, in the bottom, as I mentioned, looks like we have, I remember reading that there's a diorama or something like of the such. And I believe that's what this is here. So this looks like a solid plank with some grooves in it. High quality plastic. And of course here we have 3 mini lanyards for the keychains. So I won't be attaching those because, well, I don't plan on using these as keychains per se. I'm just going to put these aside here. Now also we have these 3 plastic pieces here. So what I am going to assume is that these plastic pieces slide into the plank as such. And then we are able to actually stand up our keychains inside. So what we end up with here is a little diorama where our characters can slide around. So you can adjust them to however you want them. And that's a neat little idea. Not my favorite of all the collector's editions. I personally like the little chibi characters that have come with previous ones, but this isn't a bad idea. And of course we do still have more in the box, so let's take a look now. So very carefully, so that is the rest of the box. As you can see, there's a nice image at the back, which is pretty cool. Now next up we have an art book, a memorial art book. And these are always nice. I like to take a quick glance through these before I start a game, and then again after I'm done, just so I can get a vague idea of the characters, and then later on, once I'm attached, get some more information. And this is a nice little art book. Nothing too out there. Of course, you have pictures of the characters and character designs, sketches. Nothing too different. It's cool that they include package covers for North American version, voice actor messages. It's nothing that goes above and beyond, but still it's appreciated. A special comic as well. I'm definitely gonna have to give that a quick read through before I start the game. And then last but not least, looks like we have a steelbook case here. So that's a nice cover there. Of course, let's open it up, and it's actually just a blank case. Now the funny thing about this is, because I ordered the Switch edition, I actually have no use for this, aside from a display piece. And that's actually all you get with the collector's edition. So overall, how do I feel about this? I'm actually quite disappointed. The fact that there was no soundtrack inclusion, which is usually something I look forward to. A case that I can't really use with a Switch cartridge. And while these are alright, considering the price I pay for these, I would not recommend this to anyone unless you are a huge Vesperia fan. Which I understand you all exist. I know that you exist. Some of you, this was your first Tales game. Others, it's just your favorite. When I play the game, I will see. But as of now, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you next time.